Nearly 13 years after he was convicted of murder and handed a life sentence, Alejandro Hernandez is a free man tonight.
Now he's suing the city of El Paso and the police officers he says framed him. Working with our partners at Newspaper Tree, ABC 7's Ashley Hardaway has the story.
I lost everything. When I got out, I had nothing.
Alejandro, or Alex Hernandez, is 37 now. He was only 21 when he was sentenced to spend the rest of his life in prison. A jury convicted Hernandez of stabbing and bludgeoning Robert Cobb to death in 1994. Hernandez maintained all along he didn't do it.
I was basically framed by the El Paso Police Department.
A civil lawsuit recently filed against the city and 7 El Paso police officers who investigated makes bold claims. The suit states a man told police his neighbor confessed he had, quote, killed somebody the very night of Cobb's murder. The man apparently had blood on his shirt and a small knife matching the wounds later found on Cobb's body. The suit also claims that man's fingerprints were found in Cobb's car. Police didn't follow those leads, saying they had their man, Hernandez.
You want to solve the crime, but you know, in your quest for solving the crime, you have to ensure that truth and justice prevails. I mean, there's no justice in convicting the innocent person.
3 of those officers are still working with the department as detectives. The 4 others named in the suit are retired.
There has to be some accountability somewhere for this.
Once in prison, Hernandez says he spent his time in the law library, trying to learn more and prove his innocence.
I wanted to learn how the system worked because I knew it had failed me in a very big way.
In 2006, after nearly 13 years in prison, Hernandez's conviction and sentence were dropped after the courts found Hernandez's public defender had been ineffective during the 1994 trial. District Attorney Jaime Esparza couldn't comment on camera about the case because of the pending lawsuit, but told me over the phone that his office did not pursue a retrial because it was clear Hernandez didn't kill Cobb.
You know, I'm just very glad that I was able to prove my innocence to the extent that they let me go because, I mean, it's a nightmare.
Now, Hernandez is a student at El Paso Community College. He hopes to transfer to UTEP this year and graduate with a pre-law degree. After that, he's looking at Texas Tech Law School.
I'd like to end wrongful convictions in Texas. That's one thing I'd like to see. That's a big goal, but see, I think it has to be that simple.
As for the real killer, Esparza says it is unlikely a new trial will ever begin, citing loss of evidence as the reason. All Hernandez can do is move forward.
Some of those issues you can't just resolve just because you get out. I mean, it takes time to get better.
Hernandez's civil attorney, Clay Graham, is not seeking a specific amount in damages. However, the compensation statute for those wrongfully convicted states they should receive $50,000 for each year they spent in prison. Ashley Hardaway, ABC 7.
Our media partners at Newspaper Tree have more on this story, including an interview with one of the officers who investigated Hernandez. For a link to their article or to watch this report again, just log on to KVIA.com and click on this story.